So I understand that a large role of being an ECHO's ambassador is serving as a mentor to current business scholars. Something I would do to create a memorable and valuable experience for my mentees would be to create an ambassador tip of the week. So this is something I'm currently doing as I'm the TA for Coley Pine's business law class, where once a week I share a tip to the class through announcements, but in this case it could be through GroupMe or text. But it goes on the line of something I will share something to the class, something like a study tip or reminding them of upcoming due dates such as tests or projects that are coming up and just giving them my suggestions on how to best to approach it. I have found that this does tend to help students as the semester before we were using the tips, the average test score was noticeably smaller. So I believe adding something along this line could be valuable to my potential mentees. When considering the job rankings, my number one ranking would have to be the TA position. This is the role I feel most comfortable and suited for, as I have prior experience in this field. In the previous semester, I was the TA for Coley Pine's business law class. And this spring semester, I TA for two of her business law classes. One of them is a Zoom class and the other is an in-person class. So I have experience in both of these. My responsibilities include grading students' papers, holding weekly office hours, and tracking all participation, including things like active listening. So when holding weekly office hours, students would come in with upcoming projects and ask how they could polish them, and I would give them my suggestions. So this is definitely the role I have the most experience in and definitely feel the most comfortable with. My second choice would be the transfer role, as that role sounded a lot like what I do now as a TA, especially the part where students would come and ask about any questions they would have about class material or homework. As being a TA in my weekly office hours, I've answered numerous questions about concepts we've learned in class and even retaught some of the subjects with my own slides. So that's something I'm prepared to do. My third ranking would have to be recruiting, as I have learned a lot about the Business Scholars Program and enjoyed my time, and would be excited to share this knowledge with other students potentially interested in the program. I also have a friend who's doing this role now, and I know that he loves it, so I'd be very interested in that. My fourth and fifth choice, and they're both ranked the same, would be club and program role. I just don't have much experience in either of these roles and don't feel as comfortable or as suited to them compared to the other roles. So when talking about how I'll balance the business scholar program and being a mentor would be, well, I mean, I've done it before. In my next year, my only other commitment will be being a full-time student taking 15 credit hours during the fall semester. This shouldn't be a problem for me because I've balanced the situation before. In the fall, I worked about 15 hours a week as a TA for business law and took 15 credit hours with school. During that time, I was never late on a single work project and had met all my deadlines either on time or earlier than when they were due. And I ended the semester with a 4.0. This semester, I'm working approximately 20 hours a week for the two classes, and I'm having no problem balancing the two. Some methods I use to make sure I don't miss a deadline is that I plan out my weeks via Google Calendar, and I assess how I'm going to prioritize my time daily. And then every single day I'll adjust them just to make sure nothing has fallen through the cracks. So thank you for listening to it, and I hope to hear from you soon.